And DraftKings Sportsbook is giving you a chance to lower the over-under on a featured playoff game. All players who place a bet on the featured basketball game will have a hand in lowering the over-under on...
Right. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Save big on a fresh snack the whole family will love. Like first-of-the-season red cherries for $2.88 a pound with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider and are only available if the provider determines a prescription is appropriate. Subscription required. See website for full details and important safety information.
Hey guys, good news. The outrageously expensive little blue pill is now generic, which means you can get the prescription medication to treat ED at affordable prices. And Hims makes it extra affordable. You pay just $30 for a month's supply. And right now, get your first online doctor's visit totally free. 4hims.com/radio. That's right. Free, zero copay, no expensive appointments, no awkward face-to-face conversations to get your prescription. Hims connects you to doctors online who can evaluate you and, if appropriate, prescribe your ED medication. And a pharmacy sends it right to your door. Hims makes it affordable, private, and incredibly easy. Nobody likes dealing with ED. Now, thanks to Hims, nobody has to. And that's really good news. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/radio. That's 4hims.com/radio for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/RADIO.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Louisville baseball plays on ESPN Louisville.
Zarate is back. At the track, he leaps. That ball is gone.
As the Cards hope to make another trip to Omaha.
Hello again, everybody. Sean Moth here. Louisville baseball in action tonight against the Miami Hurricanes. You can hear all of the Ellison Bodenhausen Orthopedics coverage beginning at 5:50 right here on 93.9 The Ville and the ESPN Louisville app.
If it's Louisville baseball, it plays here on ESPN Louisville and the ESPN Louisville app.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
That's his game. They don't get back. Hayward's look at his steal. Here's the steal. 3-on-1. Alley-oop. Oh, my goodness. Marques Maybin.
And you certainly are in love with him here in Louisville. Marques in the open floor, hops incredible. Here comes Maybin off the steal. Oh my goodness.
Get up, get up, get up, get up. Let's get ready for Marques Maybin. About midway to the midday with Marques Maybin. And you can call in, I lay back and just listen to Marques Maybin. Maybin. So sit back and relax and watch Maybin. Break it down like this.
Woo! Broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services studio. Time for Middays with Marques Maybin on 93.9 The Ville. Now, here's Marques Maybin and Steve Rummage.
Ooh, welcome back. It's Middays with Marques Maybin. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station. And other than a little blip on the radar that we have to get through before we get to the fun part of the show, I still think it's going to be a very, very exciting show. Steve Rummage in the building, Brian Hall in the booth.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. So, I'm ready to go. It's Friday, and looking forward to everything, man.
Brian Hall in the booth. Brian, what's going on, my man?
What's up, guys? Nothing much. Not to start the show off on a somber note, but I do want to pay our respects to a guy that we've had in studio with us before, a little man by the name of David Turner Jr. He came in here and shadowed us a couple days. I don't know if y'all remember, it was a couple summers ago.
I do. Yeah, of course.
He was battling PID or D. You know, it was a very fatal disease that he was only predicted to last a couple months. He ended up making it 37 months. So he got a ton of great experiences. I know a lot of people around the city got to meet him because he was always doing things. I showed up for his birthday a couple years, or it was about a year ago, and it was during COVID.
He had to drive.
Yep. And he sat on the front porch, and the FBI showed up, and they brought a robot up to, like an FBI robot, up to the doorstep to deliver a package for him. Made him an honorary detective. I know he was with us. I know the soccer team did a soccer day with him where he got to go play with the team. And I know a lot of people around the city did a bunch of different things for him. So I just wanted to pay our respects to David Turner Jr. and his family. He passed away around 3:41 a.m. this morning after a long, hard battle. And, he was a fighter for sure.
No doubt about that.
Absolutely.
Okay. So we'll kind of do a little rebound on that story. Steve told me a story that I think it would be good for him to share with y'all before, because here's the thing. I'm going to bring it right back down. So Steve, do you mind sharing your story about your experience while out at dinner the other night, your great moment?
Oh my gosh, man. So I go out last night to dinner.
Great moment.
It's a beautiful thing, man. It's just something I haven't witnessed in a while, man. So we went out to dinner last night at the old school New York pizza, right? And out there where we're gonna move. So we were out there, we're eating, and we were on the outside patio, and there was about 4 or 5 families out there. There was more than that, but with kids. So anyways, one family sat down, and they kind of got the ringleader of the group. So he's kind of moving around a little bit. Right. So it was funny because he was kind of going through, and he wasn't doing anything bad. You know, he was just kind of messing around. Yeah. You know, he was probably 6, 7. He's a little older, So anyways, I could tell the mom was kind of like, I want him to be able to run around, but like she kept kind of looking, and he was kind of over by us, right?
Right.
So I just was like,
he's good.
I was like, he ain't bothering us at all. So if you I was like, dude, don't worry about it. She was like, oh, okay, and then anyways, another couple, they had a couple kids, right? One of them was real young, probably Xavier's age. The other one was a little older, probably the other kid's age. So they start coming out and they start playing. So now these kids are kind of running through the tables a little bit. Again, we're outdoors and stuff. So, and there was an older couple there, and now kind of the shift is kind of went to them. Like, are they okay with this?
Right.
Lady was like, oh, listen, here's what I love. I ain't gonna tell what they were driving, but I was kind of like, are they okay with these kids running around? Right. So, but lady was like, oh, honey, these kids are fine. Let them run around and enjoy themselves. So we're like, okay. So anyways, another family was there. Their kids jump in. So Xavier, at this point, Xavier's got his phone, and he's looking around like, I ain't gonna keep sitting here watching YouTube at this point.
He chose playing over the phone, Steve.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah.
Oh my God,
that was a point I was gonna make too. But it was like he was like, look, man, he's kind of looking at me. I'm like, man, go on, go play.
Go, you have my blessing.
So anyways, everybody's eating dinner, man, and all these kids are just running around. They're playing. They're having a good time. You know, they start playing hide and seek. There's nowhere to hide. So now I'm invested in the games.
I was gonna say, now listen, now you judging your son based on his ability to hide.
Oh no. Xavier and the other kid, they're just kind of like, you know, they don't know what's going on. But the older kids are trying to play hide and seek, you know. So they, and man,
you forget like a restaurant is like a maze for a kid that age, like high walls and mazes.
Well, like I said, we're outdoors. So if anybody knows kind of where I'm talking about, you know, the little side patio. So I text Marcus at 8:05. Remind me to tell you I saw the most beautiful thing tonight. and is what it was that. It was like, man, after the last year, to see kids running around, playing, enjoying themselves.
And see parents not being.
Yeah, it's like, and look, and I understand why. So this isn't one of those. I understand why for the last year people have kind of been like, okay, watch out, you know, a little bit. But to kind of see now, man, just like, oh, okay.
No, I was talking more about the behavior part, that even before COVID, just you get the group of parents, and then you get the one group, just get your kids away from me.
yeah, right. Just in general, man. But you know what? I think even those parents, though, may have. After the last year, may appreciate, like, you know, man, no, let these kids play, man. Let these kids enjoy themselves. So they did, man. It was a beautiful thing to watch. So,
well, let me say this first, Steve, before we get to the phone lines and before we get into me ruining the rest of the show. Steve, I worry about you now.
Okay.
Brian, I'm starting to get worried about Steve.
Welcome to the party.
Okay.
Brian, answer me this. Out of 5 days a week, out of 7 days a week, how many times do you think Steve has been out in 3 weeks? How many times has Steve went out to his future place of living?
Okay,
every night.
This is a good. It
point. Seems like it every night, because he's like, well, I went to Gustavo's last night. I went to Old Chicago Pizza last night. Was out at the amphitheater at the concert at the Norton Commons. You know, it's like, oh, okay.
Brian,
this is fair.
When do you move, Steve?
June 10th.
What the hell are you going to do on June 11th, Steve? You have been out there 21 out of 22 days.
Everything you can experience.
You are
there.
literally burning every experience.
Yeah.
Calm down, Steve. You only have 2 weeks.
He's quickly turning into an East Ender.
Man,
Steve,
I know.
You don't listen. You don't have to drive out there you'll be there in no time, Steve. Relax.
I know.
He did the same thing in Gatlinburg. It's like he went like 4 or 5 times before he decided to move there.
Just like, year. You know what? Let's just go back. I know. It is.
So Steve,
that's a fair point.
Okay, I'm okay. I said it. You're not going to worry about this anymore.
I'm not going to go back. So the concert on Saturday.
Not going to go back tonight.
Yeah, I'm not going tonight. Okay. No, that's a totally fair criticism.
Jason from Bullet Central, thanks for joining us.
Whoa.
93.9, fire away.
Hey, how y'all doing this morning, fellas?
Good.
So, I work at FedEx. And, I'm driving around in my truck last night, listening to the radio, 93.9, like I usually do. And Keith Otto comes on and is talking about Louisville getting a team in the TBT.
Yeah.
Now, I just want to, say, dude, I want to see guys like
I'm listening.
Sorry, I got to. Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
No, I want to see guys that. I want to see guys like Kyle Couric, maybe Terrence Williams, Earl Clark, Terrence Jennings. Obviously Smarto's on the team already. And, just guys like that, and I don't know why we haven't had a team in there before, man. I feel like U of L as a fan base really appreciates the guys that, that have played here before, and they follow up on them overseas even. I still look up Kyle Couric's stats to this day because he was just one of my favorite players. But, like I'm just really excited, and I hope this fan base gets behind the, the raising money and all the campaign and everything, because I really want to see that team in the basketball tournament. But I'll hang up here and listen to what y'all have to say, and go Cards.
Listen, I not only do I appreciate that call, that's one of those spirited calls that make us remember this is why we do what we do. This is the energy that keeps everything strong, even during the most tumultuous of times. That lets you know, until my season gets here, let's start recruiting for my TBT.
Listen, I'll say this, and by the way, really quick, right 802 said I went to my house that was being built every day. Okay, so when you're about to, I don't have a house being built.
That's their actual domicile.
Listen,
not all the restaurants that are going to be in walking distance from your place, Steve. That is 100% a apples to.
Look, I'm like, come on, 802, will you get my back?
Right. I'm thinking about apples to DFH Mitsubishi mini splits comparison.
Too much. Okay, all right. TBT.
Okay, no. We can't go TBT just yet, because the TBT thing is a little more serious.
Okay.
Oh, actually, TBT is more sports and more fun. But I got to do this.
Okay.
You know how we always have those debates about like the work snitch or the what is it called, the guy who thinks he's the manager, but he's really not, and just every job has those personalities or characters, right?
Okay.
And I don't know which character I'm about to be.
Okay.
And like normally, y'all, I don't give y'all permission to like go in on me at like the window situation. Okay, I can take a day of y'all, get your jokes out today, because I don't make mistakes like that very often. I explained my gaffe and all that good stuff, right? I'm going to be a character this morning. And because I'm going to be this character, y'all as a listenership are going to suffer. Steve is going to suffer.
Okay.
Brian Hall's going to suffer. And everybody else in this studio is going to suffer at my hands.
Okay.
Because of what I'm going to say.
Okay. All right.
Nathan Huber.
Okay.
I know you're listening right now.
Ooh.
Nathan, take the focus. Take the water. Take the coffee. Take the food drops, except for Bear Nose and Which, and take it all, Nate. If people still haven't got the point that they need to clean up, stop leaving their focus cans at their workstations where everybody else has to work at, take it all. We don't deserve coffee stations with beautiful coffee stations and creamers and flavors and Krispy Kreme coffees and Dunkin' Donut flavors and all this Tyler Mount, all the wonderful stuff that we have. Take it. Take it. I'm not going to like it. Take it. Put it in your office. Make people sign out a focus and make them turn in their card to get in the building. If you want to focus, give me your card. That way, if you forget to bring your focus and put it in the trash can, you won't be able to get in the building tomorrow. Or you'll have to wait till somebody else who's responsible gets it in. Clean up after yourself. Stop leaving your empty or half empty cans on the table in the studios. God, Drew told y'all. Nate told y'all. Golly, clean up after yourself. Now what's going to happen? I can't wait till everybody get pissed off at me. Man, it's because of you we don't got focus no more. No, it's because people won't clean up behind themselves. Take it all. No, wait, I'm not finished.
Okay.
Okay, I'm finished.
All right.
TBT.
All right. I wanted to make sure you got it all out.
Woo,
So that way,
TBT, Brian Hall. when you first heard the news of TBT, what's your excitement level 1 to 10? 10 being the most excited you could be.
10, because I'm excited about
Brian went full 10, Steve.
I went full 10. I mean, I'm excited to see a collage of former players put together. I like how Keith's doing it, where he's making an announcement for one player a day. So we know Samardo Samuel's on the team, but it's going to be a lot of former NBA players too. So I'm excited about that.
Go ahead and grab that. Steve, TBT excitement level 1 to 10.
10. A 10. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna
elaborate, please.
Listen, I'm all the way up on this one, man. Look, give me a 10, 15 if I could.
Oh God.
I am going to be so much more invested than I should be. Listen, and here's the problem. Look, I'm going to do the worst thing ever. It's just going to piss people off. I've been privy to some of the roster. Somebody's like, why you do crap like that? Why you stupid stuff like that?
Don't steal auto shine.
I would never.
Right.
No, dude, he is doing his thing, man.
Okay.
They're doing their thing. So, and he's a great guy too.
I'm gonna need you to act like you're not privy to any of the roster though when we start having the conversation.
Oh yeah,
because we're gonna have to backtrack a little bit on this.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
And then when you're finished elaborating, ask me my excitement level.
Listen, and here's the thing. Here's what I'm worried about.
You're at a 10. You're not worried about anything.
I am, because I'm at a 10. How do I say this? I can deal with my current college basketball team of college kids, of babies, sometimes going out there and just getting their butts kicked. It happens, right? College basketball players. I don't know if I can deal with it the same way with my guys that I watched for 1, 2, 3, or 4 years. My guys who I followed, who I got invested in, who I watched. Some of them have NBA careers, who I watched. Some of them have great overseas careers, who I watched do some of the greatest moments in the history of my life, of my U of L fandom. I can't handle if they go out there and get their butts kicked. It'd kill me.
How could you be a 10 when you know good and well you nor I would be able to tolerate my whatevers? I don't even want to put on resumes what some of these players might have on their resumes who left off on notes, Steve, that can't be undone.
Yeah.
And the only way they can be undone is if I put a crap product out there.
Yeah.
And get wasted by some no names from Ohio State.
I know.
Listen, Steve, we had this conversation all the time. You have to not play. You have to win your last race against your son.
I know.
You have to win that last race.
Right.
The players on this program, most of them have left as winners in my eyes.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty much all of them.
Right. So the group like anybody that's going to qualify for this TBT has resumes of big time winning. I'm not putting my guys out there.
Well, because here's the problem.
I'm not putting my guys out there, Steve.
Here's the problem. No roster they can put out there. Okay, I'm just being a fan right now. Like, this is one where me and James Strebel could lock arms. And I could say, James, you'd feel the same way. There's no roster they can put out there that I'm not going to be like, well, they should win the whole thing, no problem.
That's the problem.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't want expectations of my TBT to
Caller,
win the championship.
Caller said earlier, he threw out like Earl Clark, Kyle Curran, guys
I know.
like that. If I've got that team, I'm gonna be like, I watch these guys. There's no way they can lose.
Here's the problem.
And the reason I say James and me could lock arms, because I mean, like James, if they threw together a pre-Cal, now unfortunately the Cal team,
they're all busy right now
in the league. But like, you know, you'd be like, there's no way. You know, it's like, because I'm invested in these guys. I'm like, you can't beat Shane Bohannon.
That's why I'm not. But here's the problem.
I'm like,
Steve.
Darius Johnson Odom from Marquette. Are you kidding me?
But listen, Steve, I can't see unacceptable body fats on guys that I saw play under Rick Pitino.
I don't think you're gonna have that issue.
I don't think so either. But Steve, if I see it and they don't have the same intensity, I'm gonna go crazy from the beginning.
Oh, Texter says what? You know, Texter, good point. Good point. Because I think we do assume sometimes. Texter says, could just backtrack for me. What is the TBT?
Oh, sorry.
You know what? We should have.
Let me take this call real quick and then we'll elaborate on it. Softball dad Dustin, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind?
Hey, happy Friday, guys.
Absolutely.
Well, two things. Marcus, one, you still haven't beat your uncle at one-on-one.
That's the point. That's
okay.
That's one of the best lessons of my life.
Okay, and I want to back up to your Drew Diener-ish rant on the trash and focus and the coffee cups and that. To me, we need more of Mean Marcus. I need you riled up. Quit being the optimist 100% of the time. Get angry. Let it out. And when you were ranting, I was like, "Is it a Dick Vitale Friday?"
Listen, I can end up calling him out. Look, all I got to do is scroll down his timeline to find something to get worked up about.
All right, have a good weekend, man.
Appreciate the call.
You too.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, y'all know I don't want to be that person. I don't. But again, forcing Steve and Marcus, and I won't even throw Steve's name in, forcing Marcus to do a show in squalor or clean up behind somebody is just not fair.
I drink folks every day.
And you take it to the trash can when you're done every single day.
Yeah.
Most people do. Some people decide, no, somebody should have to clean up behind me everywhere I go in this studio.
Wife's coming up to drop something off to me. Do you want Starbucks?
Thank you, Charity, but no.
Okay. Tell her no. He's got lime water.
Let him enjoy his lime water. Okay. You're gonna explain to people what the TBT is.
Yeah, okay, the TBT, because that is fair, Texter. Like I think you do got to say it's called the basketball tournament. It started out a tournament for $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the prizes has went up, because sometimes they do, but basically it was just a team full of you put together.
Kind of your alumni.
Well, it did start that way. It kind of started as like the
overseas
elite was like the one team that was kind of, the other ones, it was like you kind of implied that they were alumni. It's starting to get a little more
alumni-ish.
Like Syracuse had a team. I think Marquette's team won it last year. And then you've got like the overseas elite teams and stuff like that. That play in it. It's actually really good basketball. Ryan McMahon played in it last year.
He did well.
He played with the Dayton guys.
He was a mercenary too.
Yeah,
he did good.
Yeah,
it was good to see Ryan out there.
So that's kind of what it is. So just to explain, I wonder if they'll have fans at it this year.
But again, for Texter, imagine over a couple 10 teams, overseas guys. You just put a good money pot up.
Who tore it up this year? Joe Johnson.
Oh yeah.
Joe Johnson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No. Joe Johnson tore up another one. I think it's some other league.
Was it?
It wasn't a 3-on-3, was it? Where they had the he tore up the Ice Cube thing.
Ice Cube.
Where he just looked unstoppable.
You're right.
And you're like, where they had the 10-point shot and all
you're
that.
Right.
Like like he had he was a monster.
Yeah, the big three. Yeah, because Joe Johnson.
You working for
with all due respect. probably any team he was on, the TBT would have won, which is still amazing because
I know
when you look at the TBT, you're like, it's going to be the thing that's so fun about it is, and this is the problem. Every time I would watch it, I'm like, oh man, a bunch of players like I remember, but I never had like a rooting interest. Now I do. I'll watch all the games.
With Ryan, I
was
watch
close.
games.
Ryan was close. I agree with that. But like, I wonder if it'll have fans this year, and if they're going to go back to kind of, because before they would play in some of your cities. So I think that would have a big time Louisville turnout.
TBT, it would be dying to get a Louisville team in.
Can you imagine Louisville and Marquette? Like Travis Diener.
And what if the game was somewhere accessible for Louisville fans?
That's what I'm saying.
What if it's like up in Cincinnati or something?
Oh, I know. Or in Louisville.
Just like, Robbie Valentine, we're gonna need you to find a way to put aside some of that Yum Center.
They put 15,000.
Oh, Freedom Hall.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I'm saying. You'd put 10, 15,000 in there to watch a TBT game with Louisville.
Watch Ryan and Shane on the same team.
Yes, because that's the thing. It's like a fantasy dream team. It's like I've always wanted to know what it would look like to see Peyton Siva throw an oop to Earl Clark. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, this is like a dream team, man. Like, this is going to be awesome. And I know Mark had Keith on, I think, yesterday. I'm going to have Keith on this show. I probably should have done it today, but if not, I'll do it. We'll get him on Monday or Tuesday.
Take your time,
yeah, and let him talk about it because it's like people are throwing out names like Quinn Snyder, and it's just like different ones. And if we talk to him real nice, we might even be able to get him to reveal a player on the show. Because he's doing it cool. And so far, Samardo Samuels. I'm excited to see Samardo play again. I loved watching Samardo. He was the number one player in America, and we got him. And as a freshman, he started at center, and we went to the Elite Eight.
Under Rick.
We were the number one overall seed. We got to number one in the regular season for the first time ever with Samardo Samuels as a freshman center. And some people are like, man, he was a bust. He was a true freshman center. He come out in the red-white game and had like 24.
Needs to work on his jump shot.
Right. But man, I mean, how exciting is that? Like,
let me get to this phone line really quick. Ray, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind?
Nah, Marcus, it's Roy.
Oh, Roy, sorry about that.
Yep.
That's all right. I'm Roy from Ohio. I'm with you at nighttime sometimes too, but how you fellas doing today?
Sorry about that. Oh, good. So you're kind of enjoying the carryover of the conversation then.
That's right. Hey, I'm late nights with Marcus and up with you and Steve in the morning. Hey, what can I say?
Fair enough.
Hey, no, but what I was talking about is with me living up here in Ohio, and you guys were talking about you guys don't want to get overhyped and expect too much out of the Louisville team. No, dude, up here in Ohio, they expect that all Ohio team to win that TBT every year. They got a whole team of ex-Buckeyes, Diebler, Lauderdale, Leidy, Sullinger, all them dudes are on that team. So if we put the U of L team, I can't help but to think we got to win it. That's my expectations on like that. I don't think that's getting overhyped at all.
Roy, I appreciate the call. Roy, don't do this to me. Like, I don't want to be drug into this, y'all.
And why did you? I'm like Leidy, Sullinger. I'm like, Jesus. We need more players.
That's exactly the point. See, that's exactly once you start saying names and once you start doing that, I'm like, no, you know what? Okay, you went. How ironic is this? How ironic is Brian? This is what's funny. Did you? Oh, is he answering the phone right now? Is Brian answering the phone right now? Steve?
Yeah.
Steve, this is exactly what I said last night.
Mm-hmm.
This is funny, Steve. Last night, of course, we're joking around about coaching, me coaching the thing and something like that. And I said, I'm going to put Steve on the team or put him on the roster, something like that. I said, the problem with Steve is in the middle of the game, he'll be on his phone trying to recruit more players to the team.
That's fair.
The first thing you just said is, we need more players.
Yeah.
Steve,
it's fair.
When I hear that, I say, y'all got to get in camp.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta get listen, we gotta put Y'all up in a hotel. We got to start a 10-day camp, a mini camp or something now.
Yeah.
Like I don't know when it's going to start, but I need to get everybody. I need to make sure everybody's in tip top. Don't embarrass me, right? I mean, that's how. Like once you start throwing out the names of some other teams, I'm like, I'm not coming here to get beat.
Okay, well, let me do this. And I know it's 37, so we can go to break, but I want it on the other side. Okay, I know I'm kind of taking the reins here. And I'm going to say realistic. Okay? And don't take offense to that, if anybody. I need Marques Maybin, coach, which we could probably get that done. Okay, coach of the TV team. We'll have to talk to Keith about that when he gets on. Be like, hey, Mark's a good coach. Listen, Coach Marques Maybin, and then we'll go to break. Ross, wait through the break. 'Cause I know we got to get there. It's already 37. You put together your realistic starting five.
You can take him if you want.
One guy off the bench. We can take Ross and then go to
Ross,
break. And then I want that after the break.
Thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away.
I mean, y'all know I'm loyal. I would have just waited.
No, we know, man. But you're loyal, so we didn't want to make you wait, man. So
I appreciate that. So I was the one that asked. I didn't even know what the TBC was, so I appreciate you answering my question.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I was just thinking, and now I have lost my train of thought. So how about this? I'm gonna call back after the commercial, and then we'll do it all. We'll just redo this.
Listen, that's what excitement like this will do to you. It'll get you going up. I'll tell you what. Quick
call us back, Ross.
Quick commercial break. Middays with Marques Maybin on 93.9 The Ville.
Many people have figured out over the last few months what a great thing it is to have a home gym. And many of our listeners have figured out what most of our staff already knew around here, and that's that Fitness Market is the place to turn to when you're starting or adding to your home gym. Right now, Fitness Market is loaded up on strength equipment, dumbbells, kettlebells, squat racks, power racks. Fitness Market has tripled the amount of inventory they normally have, and you can see it all in their newly expanded showroom on the corner of Plantside Drive and Waterson Trail. They have all the great brands like Hoist, Spirit, Body Solid, you name it. The highest quality equipment is at Fitness Market. I love the Precore treadmill I've had for a couple of years from there, and the adjustable dumbbells have proven to be invaluable over the last few months. So head on over to Fitness Market now. They have two locations, Westport Road inside the Snyder and Plantside Drive and Waterson Trail, where they have their newly expanded showroom. Or check them out online at thefitnessmarket.com.
Luke Hancock here on behalf of Twin Spire Sportsbook. Twin Spires just launched their new sportsbook app right across the river in Indiana, and they're offering new players their best offer yet with a risk-free bet of up to $1,000. Just sign up using promo code FREE1000, and you can bet with the Kentucky Derby of online sportsbooks as soon as you and your GPS cross over the bridge.
Void where prohibited. For terms and conditions, visit www.twinspires.com. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Indiana to bet. For help with gambling problem, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
Make your life better with a new job at UPS. Join Team Louisville as a warehouse worker and be part of an industry-leading organization that believes in promoting from within. Earn $26.50 to $31.50 per hour after bonus for the night shift. And you might even be eligible for a program that helps you graduate college debt-free. Enjoy an active job with big-time growth opportunities at UPS. Search and apply now at upsjobs.com/Louisville. That's upsjobs.com/Louisville.
I'm former Louisville basketball player Luke Hancock. When the NCAA tried to take away the Most Outstanding Player Award from the 2013 tournament, I got it back thanks to Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is the personal injury firm that fights for the people, and their team treats clients like family. Morgan & Morgan changed my life, and if you've been injured in a car crash, at work, or in a slip and fall, they may be able to change yours. For a free consultation, dial #LAW on your cell phone. That's #529, offices Louisville.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider and are only available if the provider determines a prescription is appropriate. Subscription required. See website for full details and important safety information.
Hey guys, good news. The outrageously expensive little blue pill is now generic, which means you can get the prescription medication to treat ED at affordable prices. And Hims makes it extra affordable. You pay just $30 for a month's supply. And right now, get your first online doctor's visit totally free. 4hims.com/radio. That's right. Free, zero copay, no expensive appointments, no awkward face-to-face conversations to get your prescription. Hims connects you to doctors online who can evaluate you and, if appropriate, prescribe your ED medication. And a pharmacy sends it right to your door. Hims makes it affordable, private, and incredibly easy. Nobody likes dealing with ED. Now, thanks to Hims, nobody has to. And that's really good news. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, 4hims.com/radio. That's 4hims.com/radio for your free online visit. FORHIMS.com/RADIO.
Hey, it's Jeff Greer. Join Casey Whitfield and me Saturday night as Louisville City FC is back in action at Lynn Family Stadium. The boys in purple host the San Diego Loyal, coached by former U.S. national team star Landon Donovan, and making their first trip to the Derby City. Pre-game coverage begins at 7:15 with kickoff at 7:30, and it's all right here on all ESPN Louisville stations and the ESPN Louisville app.
I'm Aaron Lanning. On behalf of my family and our Louisville-based paint manufacturing company, Lanning Paints, I hope that you're taking care of yourself and maintaining social distance during this unprecedented time. There has never been a better opportunity to tackle your home improvement projects. Lanning Paints is offering curbside pickup or delivery in Metro Louisville. Find the perfect color online and we'll match it for you. Call on your order at our Middletown store at 245-0630 or our Dixie Highway location at 618-2138, where we also offer Benjamin Moore's full line of products. Our personnel is standing by and can answer all of your questions you have and will guide you through everything you need, so you only need to make one stop. When the interior paint dries, take advantage of our excellent driveway sealer, deck and fence stains, our exterior paint, and enjoy the great outdoors. We also offer our own epoxy for basements and garage floors. Consider us your quarantine boredom relief headquarters. Stay well, Kentucky. Check us out at www.lanningpaint.com or follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
When you're looking for flavor, there's only one place to go, Wing Zone. We have 17 delicious flavors to choose from, including our all-new hot garlic. Wing Zone has daily lunch specials for only $9. Wing Zone is also currently hiring for full-time and part-time positions in management. We offer competitive wages and flexible scheduling. Please stop by any of our locations to learn how to become a part of the team. Wingzone.com. You got it.
Hey, Card Nation, let's be honest. The real estate market in Kentucky is booming. And whether you want to buy or sell a home, now is the perfect time to do it. With interest rates at an all-time low and programs that can get you in a home for no money down. Want to learn more? It's simple. Just call Derek A. Stewart with Dream JP Pirtle. Derek is available virtually around the clock to listen, understand, and help you with all your realtor needs. So don't waste another second. Call Derek A. Stewart at 502-314-9868 today.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
from Sosa, you know, in Freedom Hall. We all remember that. And, I mean, it was like from like half court, you know, I mean, it was just monster hoop, right? And it was over Herringody, if I remember. Is that correct?
Well, no, I don't think he didn't have an hoop. He just took him off the bounce from the free throw line.
Oh, took him out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'm thinking of another clip, but there was a hoop that he got from Sosa one time.
Yeah.
And then like they got Earl back in the locker room. And I can't find this on YouTube ever anymore, but I think it may have been Howie that was asking him about, you know, what goes through your mind when you kind of know as a player that's going to happen. And like, you know how Earl talked, you know, and his response was, "Oh man," I was like, "What?"
How do you remember that?
I don't know. It's real obscure, but I wish somebody could find that clip because he was asking like, "What goes through your mind?" He's like, "Oh man," I was like, "What?"
Ross, do you know what my favorite Earl Clark memory was since we're doing this was when they were in the locker room and Louisville had went and played Minnesota and Arizona because that's where the Final Four was. Well, then Louisville was going into the tournament and they were asking him, and it might have been Paul, who's actually in the building right now. Somebody asked him, they were like, "Have you ever been to Arizona?" And he was like, "Nah, man, I don't think I ever been to Arizona." And then like one of his teammates looked at him and was like, "Dude, we were there a month and a half ago." And he was like, "Oh yeah." You know, it's like, "Oh yeah." And it was just like, but the way they looked at him like, "Dude, we literally just played," because like whoever the teammate was goes, "You sure you've never been to Arizona?" Not once. And he was like, "Nah, man, I don't think I ever been out there." And he was like, "Are you positive?" And finally he was like, "Dude, we just played there." It was funny though. Yeah. That was good. That was good stuff.
I don't know. Something about his voice, man, just always cracked me up. And his responses were just like so like, I don't know. I don't know.
There's a reason.
The word. Yeah, well, I think many of us are well aware. But, man, I don't know if he would take the invite. Maybe he would. And I don't know what kind of shape he would be in. But to kind of bounce off of that, man, if their character would take the U of L invite and play for us, and if he could play, man, I'd be all for that. Their character is still one of my most favorite U of L players of all time. There is not a dude like, when he was fully engaged, you couldn't keep that dude off the boards and you couldn't keep him from getting a bucket. I mean, it's some kind of unfortunate. I mean, I know what the ins and outs of that were, speaking of Earl and stuff, but, you know, I love watching Derek Character play, and I love watching old clips when he was here because, man, when he was he was a beast. He was like the first time in a really long time that we had a player like Huggins and UC constantly had, just bullying dudes. So, anyways, thanks for taking my call. I'm going to go take my son to go hit some golf balls, and y'all take it easy. Have a good weekend. Thanks for holding with me.
Absolutely. Phone lines are loaded up.
We'll keep rolling.
And we got some serious subjects we're going to jump into.
And I'm still going to have you answer my question, but I know you got some things to do first.
I got a disclaimer.
We'll take these.
Kathy, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind?
Well, I live in Kansas, and the TBT tournament in Wichita is a big deal. They, you see, you know, K-State and KU don't respect us. So we actually get to play sometimes against some of those players. And the tournament in Wichita is even broadcast on the radio. And it's a big deal because I think one year Fred Van Vliet played on it, and Ron Baker and some of those guys. And it's a big deal in Wichita. They take it pretty serious.
So you're all 100% in favor of Louisville putting a team
Oh
in?
yes, and I'd like to see some of my favorites, come back and play. You know, one of my favorites, and he always got maligned, was Blaine Blackshear. There was something about him that I always liked, and I still remember when he put his butt on the line in that last game. I think it was against Michigan State.
Yes. busted his
And
nose up and everything.
I wonder what ever happened to him. He was always one of my favorites, and I'd get so angry at people that would badmouth him, But anyway, I get some of those guys like Luke and Peyton Siva and Russ Smith and some of those. I remember Bruce Brewer and Tick Rogers. DeJuan Wheat was always one of my favorites, but I have to tell you a DeJuan Wheat story.
Absolutely.
I got really sick. It was the year that Louisville was going to play North Carolina to go to the Final Four.
Yep.
And I ended up in the emergency room, and they almost kept me. And I said, "You can't keep me." I said, "My Louisville Cardinals are playing to go to the Final Four." And I said, "I got to go home." And that was when DeJuan Wheat, sprained his ankle so badly, and he could hardly go.
Yeah.
But anyway, but no, in Wichita, they take it very seriously, and it's a big deal down there. So I think it's wonderful. And if you get a team together, I'd like to know who's on it, and maybe you can have somebody broadcast the games, because I think it'd be fun.
Well,
so thanks.
No, thank you, Kathy. Listening to your energy, you're selling me, giving me a little more confidence in my team as we speak.
Thank
I
you
always
for,
enjoy when Kathy calls.
Oh, me too. And thank you for taking up for Wayne. God, that upset me off so quick.
Right.
Somebody's like, Wayne, he's gonna be the next Wayne Blackshear. Oh, start for 3 of his 4 years, come in the Final Four and drop 10, win start on a national championship team, carry his team on his back to an Elite 8. Yeah, you know what? I hope he is another Wayne Blackshear. Sorry, it's pissing me off.
Yeah, you take that.
I'll take plenty of Wayne Blackshears. Wayne put Luke on the bench. You remember that?
No, they don't remember that at all.
Sorry, Luke.
Let me get to the phone lines one more time. Uncle Larry, thanks for joining us on 93.9. Fire away, my man.
Hey, I want a copy of this podcast, my friends. Ross and my girl from Kathy from Kansas, and old Uncle Larry calling them within 1 hour of each other. But this TBT team, guys, I'm excited as all get out. I was telling your producer back there, Brian, a while ago, we've had some rim wreckers over the years in this city, and if I got anything to do with it, we're gonna get some T-shirts made up, and they're gonna be called the Louisville Rim Wreckers, and they're gonna destroy some rims like they always have. And Steve, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Would it be okay if Uncle Larry came out there Wednesday night and watched my all-star players and getting an evaluation for each player, and kind of have a talk with you guys about getting prepped up for your games and softball with the gas bag?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think let me double check with Nikki V.
Not sure about the date.
I think it's 7:15, I think, but let me double check with Nikki V, and I'll get you the time, man, because we'd love to have you out.
Yeah, and one more request. I'm pushing that 70 years old. I'd like to get out on that field one more time. So if you could put me at second base for 1 inning, I would enjoy the holy hell out of that. So I could still go to my left real well, and I could run around the base. So you don't have to worry about the oxygen masks or anything. So God bless y'all. Have a great weekend, and go Cards. Bye.
Appreciate it, man.
Appreciate that call,
let me talk to Nick, Coach Nick, and Coach Jeff.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. They take it serious too.
Jeff's pretty serious. Jeff probably make you hit, run around the bases.
I was gonna say he'll make you try out.
Yeah,
He'll give you a full tryout. So here's the thing. This is what happened. You asked me a question about the roster. It's a great question. Question that I hadn't stopped thinking about since the idea of Louisville's TBT, or joining the TBT. But here's the thing. You also said reasonable, sensible, right? So in my mind, I immediately brought up some rules and regulations and some things that we're going to have some universal rules when selecting, when thinking about the product. Because here's the thing, I am the Department of Quality Control.
Okay.
Before I'm a coach.
Okay.
Quality control. Hello, come on in. Sit down. Like I'm the guy you bring in to say, okay, how do we ensure that we're okay with the product we put on the court.
Right.
I'm going to give you the quality control rules and parameters.
With first pitch at 6 o'clock. Our coverage beginning right here on 93.9 The Ville at 5:50 with Sean Moth. And then they'll have their last game of the season tomorrow, again against Miami at noon, which we'll also have for you right here on 93.9 The Ville, as they'll head into next week for the ACC tournament. Moving on to Major League Baseball news, the Cincinnati Reds also had a tough night as they fell to 19-23 on the year with a 19-4 loss to the San Francisco Giants. Nick Castellanos was 2 for 2 with 1 RBI. And they'll look to bounce back tonight when they take on the Milwaukee Brewers in Cincinnati at 7:10, with our coverage beginning around 6:45 on ESPN 680. It was not a good night in baseball for any of the local teams, as the Louisville Bats fell as well, 5-4 to Memphis, to fall to 4-10 on the year. They'll look to rebound tonight when they again take on the Memphis Redbirds at 8:10. And the Louisville Bats also released a statement yesterday saying that all vaccinated people can attend games with no mask, but people who have not been vaccinated will still have to wear masks at the game. Moving on to soccer news, Racing UFC will be back in action tonight at Lynn Family Stadium at 7:30 when they take on the Washington Spirit. And Lou City FC will also be in action this weekend, as they'll take on San Diego Loyal tomorrow at 7:30, also at Lynn Family Stadium. We'll have the coverage for you right here on 93.9 The Ville. Moving on to basketball news, just a reminder that ESPN Louisville is your exclusive home for the NBA playoffs as well as the finals. They continued to roll along last night as the Washington Wizards pulled off a 142-115 win over the Pacers. That was the play-in game in the Eastern Conference for the 8th seed. Tonight will be the Western Conference play-in game for the 8th seed, when the Memphis Grizzlies will travel to Golden State to take on the Warriors at 9 o'clock. And last but certainly not least, just a reminder that the PGA Championship continues to roll along at the Kiowa Island Golf Resort Ocean Course. Multiple players are tied at the top, as many of the players complained about the playing conditions yesterday due to the heavy winds. We'll have live updates for you every hour on either the 16 or the 46. Keep it locked here. Middays with Marques Maybin is next. This is SportsCenter.
Hey everyone, I'm Brandon Lang. When Matthew McConaughey plays you in a movie, as he did me in 2005's Two for the Money, you have to maintain a certain image. That's hard to do when you're going bald. I needed to do something, and it needed to be done fast. Parsley Waldman's Hair Center came to the rescue. Louisville and the Midwest Premier Hair Treatment Center not only gave me my hair back, but my self-confidence as well. Go to hairsurgery.com and find out how you can start your journey back to a full head of hair today. I can tell you firsthand, from the minute you walk in the door to the time you leave, you are treated as if you were in a 5-star hotel. And now that it's been a year since my surgery, I look back at pictures from a couple years ago. I don't even look like the same person. The procedure was an amazing success, and it has totally reframed my face. Go to hairsurgery.com and find out not only how affordable it is, but how you can get your hair back today. Visit hairsurgery.com. That's hairsurgery.com. And tell them Brandon Lang sent you.
Luke Hancock here on behalf of Twin Spires Sportsbook. Twin Spires just launched their new sportsbook app right across the river in Indiana, and they're offering new players their best offer yet with a risk-free bet of up to $1,000. Just sign up using promo code FREE1000, and you can bet with the Kentucky Derby of online sportsbooks as soon as you and your GPS cross over the bridge.
Void where prohibited. For terms and conditions, visit www.twinspires.com. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Indiana to bet. For help with gambling problem, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT.
Injured in a car accident? Visit SueDistractedDriver.com.
Louisville baseball plays on ESPN Louisville.
Zarate is back at the track. He leaps. That ball is gone.
As the Cards hope to make another trip to Omaha.
Hello again, everybody. Sean Moth here. Louisville baseball in action tonight against the Miami Hurricanes. You can hear all of the Ellison Bodenhausen Orthopedics coverage beginning at 5:50 right here on 93.9 The Ville and the ESPN Louisville app.
If it's Louisville baseball, it plays here on ESPN Louisville and the ESPN Louisville app.
This month, Focus is honoring the teachers out there by allowing you to give your favorite teacher a free case of Focus.
When you log on to drinkfocus.com and buy a case for yourself, they will let you give a case of Focus to your favorite teacher.
That's right. Buy one and gift one. And don't forget to try their new flavors, cherry cola and root beer.
Show your appreciation for your favorite teacher by heading to drinkfocus.com and give your favorite teacher a free case of Focus. Focus, P-H-O-C-U-S.
This is Drew Diener, and you're listening to 93.9 The Ville, live from the OPC Services Studio.
Is the station, people, especially on days like this. This is probably one of the most important parts of the show. This is the part of the show that I remind you that temperature control is definitely one of the most valuable resources someone can have. And if you agree, like I know you do, then DFH Company is definitely the company for you. Simply dial 968-6222 or open your laptop. Look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Ask about their Mitsubishi mini split like we have at our 93.9 studios for that hard to heat or hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222, or you can look them up online at dfhcompany.com. And let me add that through June, there is a $500 rebate offer on Mitsubishi multi-zone systems. So between the Mitsubishi mini split and multi-zone systems is definitely something you should look into. 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com.
That was a really good job, but I feel like that this may be the most important thing I tell you today, if I can find it. Okay. All right. Here we go. It's playoff time. Big stakes, bigger promotions. It's time to hammer the over and score some cash. DraftKings Sportsbook's giving you a chance to lower the over-under on featured playoff game. All players who place a bet on the featured basketball game will have a hand in lowering the over-under for the game. How about that? That's right. For every 1,500 players who bet the over, and on the select game, the over-under will drop by 1 point. Every bettor who hammers the over in the featured game helps to lower the game's over-under. The best part is that even if the line lowers, the odds remain even money. That's right. You can double your money by hammering the over. DraftKings is safe, secure, and reliable. You can deposit and withdraw your funds at your convenience. So download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use promo code WLCL when you sign up to hammer the over. For every 1,500 people that bet the over in the featured game, the line will decrease by 1 point. Yes, this is your chance to improve the odds of the over hitting. So tell your friends and family. This is a team effort. Hammer the over and improve your odds of doubling your money. That's promo code WLCL for a limited time. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. Indiana only. Restrictions apply. Max $25 wager. One per customer. Offer ends 5/23/21. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gaming problem, call 1-800-9-WITH-IT. And the reason I know that, you know what that is right there? I'm taking class. That's TILA. It's the TILA Act. So
I told you stop trying to understand these reads in the middle of reading them. And you don't have to apologize for this read, Steve, and your pauses in the reads. Because I do understand, knowing you, that your brain can't function after repeatedly saying hammer the over. I know how you're wired.
Brian, cut this. Make sure this is cut out, but that's the worst.
You can't read the words hammer the over. That's why you said hammer for 15 seconds. You're not built, Steve, to say hammer anything, because it's just such a natural spunniness to it that it's just hard to do. So I'm laughing.
I know,
because
man.
I'm laughing with you because
Really?
I know how hard.
Are you having fun? Was it fun for you?
No, you were struggling. I mean, listen, that's
because it wasn't fun for me.
One more thing, y'all. Thanks to George and the Beer Nose team for dropping off lunch to the ESPN Louisville studios. Thinking lunch or dinner, Beer Nose has you covered tonight and this weekend. All Beer Nose now delivering alcohol, carry out, and delivery to your home. Support local. Yeah, it's that good. Beer Nose Pizza. Steve
just went by the window. He's heading to Qdoba or something.
Steve's issues just wore off on me.
No, he's not, because we got Beer Nose.
Right. You think I'm glad you thought that through.
He's just, I don't know what he's doing.
No,
I guess he's just going to get a drink.
No, Steve needed
a lap.
Yeah, he needed a lap around Cardinal Town.
I bet you I know what happened. Charity texts him. Charity's got the Starbucks out there, and he's like, I can't wait till the break. I'm going to go out there and get my Starbucks.
He probably forgot to go get it during the break. Okay, so here's the thing. This is quality control time.
I'm going to have to chop and screw all those.
Yeah, we can do them again after the show if we need to. Because I feel like my Beer Nose wasn't the best Beer Nose read. I did request double sausage pizzas.
Please, yes.
I did. George, if you're listening, Phil, if you're listening, if it's not too late, the double sausage. Wait a minute. Who's doing the producing for the other show? Do you know, Brian?
Probably Jack. Hey, Steve's back. And look, he's got a Starbucks.
Okay, fair enough. So here's the thing. Okay, now he can hear the quality control conversation. So what I'm going to say, y'all, is at first there was the yeah, that'll be cool, Louisville to put in the TBT tournament, right? Then my brain immediately goes to, okay, if you're going to put our name on this, it's not going to be the name, but if you're going to put our...
I love this city, by the way. I jogged across the street. I couldn't make it out of this studio across the street, and a guy in his truck was like, "Aren't you supposed to be on the radio?"
That's awesome.
I'm just giving me a coffee, sir. My wife's here. I had to pick some up from her.
Fair
Sorry,
enough.
I had to run out. Okay, I know where you're at, though.
Okay, I am at first. First, I say, yeah, that'll be cool. Second of all, I was like, hold on, my reputation's on the line here. Third of all, it's like, I want to see my players, but I want to see them in the best position to succeed. So I'm gonna have to think about the roster, and I'm like, okay, Marcus, when you start designing the roster, take everything you know about the players when they play, take everything you know about their level of discipline you think they may or may not have, and you need to start coming up with some general parameters for like what we're gonna do or how we're gonna select a team. So Steve, you want to know? Okay, when we start quality control, right?
Okay,
you got to make an age window. You have got to make an age window.
I don't know.
You have got to make an age window. Because
I don't think all ages are the same.
I listen, I don't either.
Okay.
You know what I did with the age window?
Okay, I'm listening.
I started at 30, right? And for every year older, you must be an inch and a half taller, right? So I might have a 34-year-old that can give you buckets, but he's 6'9", 6'10", right? I'm not putting my 35-year-old.
I mean, 34 is not. I mean, I'm 34. That means you played college in 05.
Guard level play at the TBT is not conducive for a 6'1", 35-year-old guard. Do you see how hard they go out there?
I disagree.
You're wrong.
I disagree.
This is quality control. That's why they hired me
to
do quality
fair
control.
Enough, fair enough.
Peyton Sieve is 30 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Peyton Sieve is 30 years old.
Is he?
Yes, Steve.
Is he?
He's 30.
Okay.
He'll be 31 soon, I think.
Okay.
But you get my point.
Yeah, but he could go.
That's my point. No, not only can he go, he's the most disciplined, in shape guy that we've had come through this program in the last 10 years. So he's an outlier as far as your conditioning level, your IQ. Like he's a 5-star. So 31, you have to be an ultimate Peyton Sieve level IQ guy.
Okay. When
you start getting up to 33, you got to be 6'6".
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of like one of my so I went back to 2010 and said, okay, I can start making rosters from 2010 up. Like I said, I do know I have outliers.
Well, you're already a little wrong because Samardo. We know Samardo's on the team.
Okay, well,
he was 08.
How tall is he?
6'9".
Yes, he opened up my window.
Okay, fair enough.
6'9", inch and a half. You could do that. Okay. Huh. So Steve, my window, my age window starts at 2010 rosters. My weight. I have a weight issue.
Well, you just hit up a.
You have to be. You have to be. Yeah,
so we all.
You have to be within 18 pounds of your college playing weight.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's fair.
18.
I do 15. I do 15 for guards, 20 for big men. I think that would be fair.
Yeah, I probably was thinking that, and that's probably why I settled around 18, because I'm like, some people can just wear a little bigger butt or something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you still have to be within that window, because that'll give me a conditioning level, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So your age and weight before the selection committee can even consider you. You have to be inside the weight parameters, because you have to show me when you show up to our first practice, our first training, we're gonna weigh you. We're gonna go to your bio.
Sure.
And we're gonna weigh you. Because at least I know you're committed, you're in shape. You're, like I said, you're within 18 pounds of your playing weight.
Yeah.
You're
I just make big guys can pick up weight a little easier and it not be a bad thing. And some guys get into lifting and stuff too. So
I need you in basketball shape. I need you to be able to run.
I don't know. I could take a bulldozer
because these dudes are running.
That is true.
These dudes are running. Again, I was impressed with the level of play.
Look like me at the fantasy camp. Just getting them down.
I watched Ryan out there, and I'm like, those teams will blow you off the court, because there's some guys that are in shape and really take their conditioning serious. Yeah. So that's why I kind of just like, we got to talk about your weight. Okay, so here's where I ran into my biggest problem, Steve, because those were pretty simple. How do we measure the motivation level? Because here's the problem, Steve. Middle range, overseas money. I could use a piece of this million. Right?
Yeah, because it's still, what do they have? Okay, if we're talking $1 million,
split up 15 ways.
15?
Yep. 15.
That's not right.
I know you're not doing that right now. You're competing, but you get the point. 800. Okay.
I can't do math, so we're gonna talk about it later.
So here's the thing. I'm serious about this.
Somehow I could be in like 6 million. I'm like, that's not right.
Listen, $1 million split up 15 ways.
Yeah.
Right. What I'm saying is, I screwed that up too. I don't know what I was thinking when I said that. Okay, so anyway.
Motivation level.
Yeah. Do I want guys who are comfortable getting good overseas money? And
somebody said about $75,000.
Yeah. I say 8.
And actually, the teams probably have more like 10 or 11 guys.
Right.
12 tops, probably.
Yeah, I mean, of course, like that's the details. Like, let's not get lost in the minutia of okay.
Well, you want motivation.
Okay.
Not many people are living where they're just like, oh, I can go play this tournament and make $100,000.
Right. So so you understand where I'm going with this. Like, there are some people that may be out of that range where they just, I'll play with TBT.
Russ.
Maybe.
I'm saying Russ has made good money. He's got his hands in bourbon and other things he's got, cash flow coming in.
Russ got a chip on the shoulder too, though.
Oh no, Russ will go out there just for the hell of it. Like,
right.
Yeah, but it's one of, that's funny. Yes. I think he's coaching. But you know what I'm saying? Where it's like Peyton, for instance. Peyton makes a lot of money.
Right.
He's
a championship.
Yeah.
Top level Germany point guard.
Peyton's probably like, I don't know if Peyton is going to say, well, I don't know if I can go get hurt.
You're right.
For $80,000.
Yeah, that's my point. That's my point.
So that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay. And then on the lower end, how many hyper motivated can't go homes do I want on my team?
I know.
Sure. How many hyper motivated, like, I gotta get a job out of this. Like, I gotta use this. Are they gonna tear my team apart?
Right.
I need this money so bad that I'm not here to pass.
It's possible.
I'm not here to win. I'm not here to pass. I'm here to get buckets.
Mm-hmm.
How many of those do you take? Do we got a quota on? I'm really trying to, like, I'm hurt.
Yeah.
I'm hurt. I got these bills. I got whatever. How many of those would you take on your team?
Oh, a couple. I'll take a couple. Yeah.
You would rather have a team more of those than less of those.
Yeah, I got to take a couple of those, man, to win. It's 100%. Yeah.
Okay, out of 12 spots, how many can't go homes?
2 or 3. Yeah, 2 or 3. But I mean, you got to be good enough. I mean, I'm not just taking you, trying to help you. Yeah, well, Maybin fell on hard times, so we're gonna let him play. Well, maybe they ain't played ball in 6 years. Like, not even in rec leagues. He don't play at all. Like, okay. He don't even play pro-ams. He don't do anything.
So 3, I can't go back.
Yeah. If you've been on the pro-am circuit and, you're still doing your thing a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So these are mine.
Mm-hmm.
Are we by default already putting Samardo Samuels on this team?
Well, yeah, because we know he's on the team. He don't have to start for you, though. I mean, you got 11-man roster, 11, 12, 13-man roster.
I'm going to find Shane.
Okay.
No matter what.
Okay. So we're putting Shane in your starting 5.
I do what I got to do to get Russ because he got a chip on his shoulder always. Even though Russ doesn't really necessarily qualify, he's definitely not a qualification of mine. Can't go back.
T-Will.
What's that?
T-Will. Put him at the 3.
I'm mad because the son's not here right now.
He tried. He wanted to be here.
I'm mad at T-Will right now.
So was she.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, so can we go find Chinanu? Or no, I'm sorry. Steven Enoch.
Okay.
You would take Enoch over Chinanu?
Yes.
So right now, Shane and Steven Enoch are your starting. We'll say 4 and 5, but I'm not really going by that. But
Shane, Steven Enoch.
Because somebody out there's like, Shane can't play the 3 in the TBT. Yes, he can.
Honest Mahmood.
Stop playing, man. Let's do a show. Like, come on, man. If you want to jack around, then we can look. If you don't want to take radio serious, then I'll leave.
Let me see. What's my one dude's name?
Are we still on Big Man?
Hold on. No, I'm just doing roster.
Just in general? Siva?
Andre. Would I take Andre or Peyton? Andre or Peyton?
I'll always be at Cluckers, by the way, Tester.
Andre.
I love it.
Who would you take, Andre or Peyton?
Mama still lives in Shepherdsville. What?
It took you too long to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I definitely listen. I don't want to push Peyton out, but he's like, I think he's almost unreasonable, but I'm not leaving him off if I thought there was a chance. I would take Peyton, Enoch, Shane,
Luke.
Russ. I wouldn't take Luke.
As he's listening right now, probably.
No. Luke is he goes into this stable category. He's way too stable.
You and Luke would be my coaches, though.
You mean he doesn't have enough free time to go do it?
Yeah, Lucas.
You're right. Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
He might be too busy, working for the ACC
right.
network.
Yeah. Luke just didn't go into my.
Luke's doing his thing. He's perfectly fine.
So yes.
But I do think a lot of this was some of his brainchild, though.
So like character.
No. Dwayne
They
Sutton.
took Samardo.
Dwayne
Sutton. So I would have Shane, Dwayne, Steven, Russ, Peyton, Ryan.
You get a guy off the bench. Ryan off the bench.
Roster? How many people?
No, I'm saying just do a starting 5. And no, you can have up to
12,
12, 13, 14,
12,
15. But I'm saying like starters. Okay. That's a good 6.
Yeah,
man.
right. Yeah, I'll throw Ryan on there.
What about you, Brian? And by the way, text line, give me because when you were saying that, I was like, I would love to see Shane and Sutton on the floor together. Give me a couple on the text line. Who would you like to see fantasy Louisville teammates? What we were talking about earlier. I'd like to hear that.
When I say Steven, man, Like I think just
Larry can play.
Larry can play. Yeah, Larry
can play. He breaks all your rules.
Yeah, that's the point. He's a freak, you know.
But he's like
the Peyton thing, like super
the one of
disciplined.
I totally get what you're saying there.
I tell you what, listen, we'll have to reset this. Let's take a
okay,
quick
we'll let
early break
Brian
and stretch it out. Middays with Marques Maybin on 939 The Ville.
It's that good, their nose pizza. Good taste, happy face, your place, my place. What's gonna make you happy? It's the smile I see on your face. It's that good, yes it is, and we deliver it. Oh, 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 taste is fun, yes it is, we guarantee it. Yeah, it's that good, their nose pizza. Yeah, it's that good.
Hey everybody, Steve Rummage here. And if you have listened to 93.9 The Ville over the last few months, you know I've reminded you of 3 simple words. Call Josh Jarbo. Josh is a licensed realtor and owner of RE/MAX Alliance, and with the spring market heating up, he wants to make your home buying or selling process as efficient as possible by offering a guaranteed sale program and instant offers on commercial listings. And if that wasn't enough, up to $5,000 seller credit by mentioning you heard it right here. So don't wait any longer and contact Josh Jarbo at 502-216-7590 or joshjarbo at remax.net.
You're listening to 93.9 The Ville, your home for the Diener Show, 7 to 10 a.m.
The one thing you never know in the off seasons of football and basketball is who is improving, who is getting better.
Middays with Marques Maybin, 10 to noon.
No matter how good your coaches are, players got to play.
And afternoons with Mark Ennis on the drive.
I know that he's got tons of campaigning to do to convince people that he wants to be here, but I think he does.
This is 93.9 The Ville and the ESPN Louisville app.
The sounds of spring can often be followed by the sounds of a broken air conditioner. So if you hear your AC unit making some unwanted noises, then call DFH Company today at 968-6222. Right now, when you buy a full Train system, receive an extended 10-year part and labor warranty and 18-month special financing. It's hard to stop a train, so call DFH 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions, subject to credit approval.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
We are Louisville's hometown sports station. ESPN 680, 105.7, and 93.9 The Ville. With the most play-by-play of the biggest events, including the NCAA tournament and Final Four.
Wire-to-wire winner for the Baylor Bears.
The College Football National Championship.
The Crimson Tide will not be denied.
The NFL and Super Bowl 54.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are Super Bowl 55 champions, led by Tom Brady.
The NBA Finals.
The Lakers conquer the bubble.
The World Series.
The Los Angeles Dodgers have won the World Series.
And the Kentucky Derby.
And they're into the stretch.
Featuring exclusive coverage of the Triple Crown. Big game, big race, one place. ESPN 680, 105.7, and 93.9 The Ville.
Hey guys, golf season is back, and what better way to celebrate than with a round at Wooded View Golf Course and Driving Range in Clarksville, Indiana. Located just minutes from downtown Louisville off Veterans Parkway and I-65, Wooded View is convenient and affordable. Looking to have a company outing or event? We can do that too. Stop by now and check out our newly renovated bunkers and tees, as well as our new craft beer selection. Schedule your tee time today at woodedviewgc.com. Again, that's woodedviewgc.com.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold craft, tap, can, or bottled beer, 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
Hey, it's Jeff Greer. Join Casey Whitfield and me Saturday night as Louisville City FC is back in action at Lynn Family Stadium. The boys in purple host the San Diego Loyal, coached by former U.S. national team star Landon Donovan, and making their first trip to the Derby City. Pre-game coverage begins at 7:15 with kickoff at 7:30, and it's all right here on all ESPN Louisville stations and the ESPN Louisville app.
This month, Focus is honoring the teachers out there by allowing you to give your favorite teacher a free case of Focus.
When you log on to drinkfocus.com and buy a case for yourself, they will let you give a case of Focus to your favorite teacher.
That's right. Buy one and gift one. And don't forget to try their new flavors.
PC Services Studio.
You want a piece of my heart?
That was a good one. But yeah, like I said, you said
No
what?
way.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no way.
No. What I was saying is because Peyton Sieva's out of our window of like he's too
Too soon. He's going to be getting ready for the.
Yeah. Peyton Sieva's just ungettable. He didn't go into the category of guys you can get.
All right, let's hear.
Peyton Siva is ungettable, and then we're putting Carleek as he's getting ready for his professional career.
I would think so.
Yeah.
I would think so.
I got Alana.
I want to hear. Yeah, I was going to say, let me hear your 5 with +1.
All right, so I got a little bit of detail and description on both. So we're going to start with the center position. Obviously, ungettable. If I could have, it would be Gorgie.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to say, and this is another name that I would have thrown out there who I don't think is healthy. Hold on. Hey, I'm just having fun here, guys.
How much money did Gorgie make?
I said it was unrealistic.
We said realistic. He plays for the Spurs, Brian.
Okay, well, I prefaced it by saying it was unrealistic.
Okay,
so now I'm giving you my realistic.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
So if I had my druthers, I would have Gorgie. But here's another option. Obviously, I don't think he's healthy enough, but I would have considered a David Paget, but he's not healthy enough. I'm going to take Chinanu as my center.
Okay,
so
I like it.
Then we're going to go to the power forward spot. I'm okay with Samardo if he ends up being the starter, but I'm with you on Shane, but I'm going to put Earl Clark as my 4.
Okay.
My 3 was a debate between T. Will and Kyle Keurig. I'm going to go with T. Will just because I think the TBT game fits T. Will a little bit more than Keurig. I'd like Keurig on the team to have the floor spacer, but I'm gonna have him coming off the bench. Obviously, the two, I'm with you on Russ, but I'm going to throw a name out there if Russ ends up being unrealistic because he's playing overseas or whatever. And this is a guy that I think really fits the mold of the TBT, and that'd be Preston Knowles. The point guard spot, obviously, we're taking Siva out, but I think this is kind of a two-way, give or take either one with Quinn Snyder and Christian Cunningham.
Okay. Ooh, Pedro. Hey, Coach Davenport. He's wearing a CKU gear. He said he likes his experience there better.
Ooh, you're in trouble.
Yeah. He said someone come in about like if he could have went back, he would have, but he was stuck there.
What year did Padgett play?
Padgett was it was before the change. It was probably 2010, 11.
Nah, 8. It was his last year.
So he's a little bit older.
Yeah,
but he had the knee issues towards the end of his career.
Padgett had knee
put
issues?
10 years on it.
Really? I'm joking.
Such a mess.
Best footwork, though.
Yeah, good footwork. See, that's the delegation. Listen, the delegation over here, you speaking my language now. I'm like, footwork.
Hey, but what do you think about? I really like the
Deceptively
Preston
athletic.
I'm like, dude, look, my footwork's great. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got
Yeah, footwork in the TBT. Though.
Best footworking big man in Louisville history.
Yeah, it's like somebody asked me that one time. They were like, "Man, somebody was like, man, you play pretty well in in the more athletic games." I'm like, "Well, I've been white my whole life, so it's like didn't like hit out of nowhere."
You said what?
No, PK.
I think he fits the TBT style. He'd be perfect.
I do too. Yeah. I don't know I don't really know what he's up to now or what he's into, but yeah.
Okay, who are we leading? Like,
good.
There's
Dingadale.
Hell no. No.
You wouldn't want it?
No. He's gonna screw up my whole. He ain't gonna play defense. He's gonna screw up my whole team. You know what?
He's gonna,
I looked at. You know what I watched this morning? Brian Hall. What's his name? Drew Maddox. Brian Hall. Do this for me.
Yes, sir.
On Twitter. Can you go to Drew Maddox's page? He posted something of Nick Saban this morning. One of the first things I saw when I opened my eyes was Nick Saban. He's at a podium. He's talking to a group of people. And I could find it and send it to you, but you may be able to find it quicker than me.
I got it.
You got it? Can you upload that? Because I want to listen to that.
Yeah, give me 2 seconds here.
This has nothing to do with anything, but I want to listen to it right now because I think.
And the big part of being a team is you have to be able to communicate with other people and you have to work with other people. And you can never have any team chemistry for this reason. Mediocre people don't like high achievers, and high achievers don't like mediocre people. So if everybody doesn't buy into the same principles and values of the organization and the same high standard, you're never going to be successful. Just like our spring practice right now. You know what my goal with spring practice is? Get the right guys on the bus, get them in the right seats, and get the wrong guys off the bus. So one of these days, you're going to be working in an organization, and somebody's going to try to do that to you. So which one of those people do you want to be? Do you want to be somebody they're trying to get off the bus because you're satisfied with mediocre performance? Because you can never have any team chemistry in your organization if everybody's not committed to the same standard and the same things. You know, when I worked for Bill Belichick, we had one sign in the building. It was, do your job.
10 seconds.
And you go in all these places and, you see all these things. One sign, do your job.
And no, he's not going to do his job.
That's a pretty awesome soundbite, first and foremost.
Look, so you're okay with me just like torpedoing the whole show to play Nick Saban? I felt that. And I'm like, that's him recognizing that is why he is who he is. You know what I'm saying? It made me look at myself in the mirror sometimes, you know what I'm saying, and say, yeah, this is why you get irritated, Marcus, sometimes when you're in your high achiever mode.
Yeah.
And in environments where you settle, you don't like the high achievers. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you can be that guy in different environments. But it kind of just gave me a little, a little insight about how a leader has to, organize his team.
Yeah,
based on that.
Yeah, no, that was really good. I actually found that clip and sent it to my son. So I was listening to it. I was like, man, I want him to hear that. But yeah, no, I mean, on to something too important is, or back to the whole point here with the roster and stuff. And even just today, looking at the text line and listening to people calling in and talking to people in the back, like I do think that this is going to get a lot of attention.
Yeah, I'm in now.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be excited about this. Biggest thing I'm curious is, what are they going to wear? We're going to need some fresh unis. So don't go out there and practice jerseys. If they go out there and cutoffs, I'd be so pissed.
We can't. We have to be well represented. B-Hall, you can take a second, go grab that real quick. Yeah, Pedro's locked out. Yeah, so Steve, no, I'm not taking Dang Adele on my team.
No, absolutely.
I think the Nick Saban, I'm getting the right guys on the bus, and my job is literally to get the right guys in the right seats on the bus and the wrong guys off this bus.
Mango, I'd take Mango.
Yeah, he'd probably be the MVP.
I'd take Mango in a heartbeat, man.
Mango might be the MVP of the whole thing.
I know. I tried to tell people that one year, though. I was like, watch out. Y'all going to need Mango come playoff time.
Steven Enoch. I think he was so untapped. I think angry.
Hey, look, my man Josh Jarbo said, he just texted me and said, man, I would totally be in to sponsor the jerseys for U of L TBT. Keith, might have to get you in contact with my man. Might have to get you in contact with my guy, because I need y'all to be looking good.
This is where it starts, y'all.
Yeah, look, and I assume Josh ain't going to buy y'all some screen printed shirts.
Are we going to be the official radio station of the TBT?
Oh yeah. Oh no, absolutely. No, I'm in with this, man. It's awesome, dude. 939 The Ville, TBT. Look, I'm all in. No, I am excited though, man. I'm excited for it. I think a lot of people will get behind it too.
Yeah, like I said,
if they play anywhere accessible, man, I do think they'll get. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know that people would drive 5-6 hours to go to it, but if you could get to it within an hour or two tops,
but again,
you get a good crowd.
Again, this is why Luke spoke so passionately. This is why,
Oh, that's a good point about when the other day.
Yeah, your market. Yeah, about your market is what I'm talking about. Is that what you?
Yes, the Pat 40 thing when he said, when it was like, how you think college basketball would be okay without Louisville for a couple years? Are you crazy? I thought Luke did a fantastic job at not being not coming off like just a bitter Louisville guy.
Right.
Yeah, I thought I haven't been able to say that on air yet, but I thought him and Mark did a fantastic job that day.
Again, it sounded insane. Like, again, my point is this phone line blowing up today like it did.
Mm-hmm.
Kathy's call.
The text line, if y'all can see the text line.
The text line.
Crazy.
Like, just the idea of this, y'all, they are going to be talking about this conversation at every lunch table on Friday.
Yeah.
They're going to be talking in every restaurant, every lunch table. Man, you hear Marcus and Steve, man, talking about the TBT. Man, what'd you think about the lineups? What'd you think?
Yeah.
I'd take Dang Adele. They're going to be doing that everywhere.
Pedro's got a couple names to toss in. We were just discussing some of the possibilities. He wants to throw in Edgar Sosa and Jerry Smith.
Right. Thank you with Edgar, dude. People don't give Edgar.
They get mad. They just get mad.
Hey, do you know what I often say, Pedro? Here's my quote. I say, I tell everybody all the time, I'm like, under Coach Patino, I was like, I said Edgar died so Russ could live. Because Edgar was he was a scorer, man. If Coach Patino would have just like let Edgar, was just like, hey man, go be you. Like, Edgar could have been an All-American, dude. Like, he was nuts.
I definitely